What it do, guys? Manjoume here, and today we'll be unboxing the Sony Bravia R510C 40-inch smart TV. And on the side of the box, that side, not much going on other than saying Sony Bravia behind that sticker. Picture of the TV at a slight angle there, and just some information. On the top, we see beautiful color, clarity, and contrast, and a picture of the unit itself in play. Along the bottom, we see full HD 1080p, clear resolution enhancer, 2 HDMI ports, USB play such as photos like you went on a trip, music and videos instead of having to have something in between like a PS3, a PSP, hooking your phone up to it. You could just plug it straight in. And of course, being a smart TV, there are smart apps. It can connect to Wi-Fi and use apps such as Netflix because everything has to have it. YouTube, Amazon Instant Video to contend with other video services. Vudu, I actually do have a few videos, movies, I think Jurassic Park being one of them, so I can watch it in full HD. And Crackle, because, Sony TV, and it's gotta be on everything, even the Vita. The top. Pretty much the same information you've seen. Wi-Fi certified, 2 HDMI ports, USB play, and HDMI. Once again, top billing. Just how to not handle it, I suppose. Looking at the side, we see that it is fragile. Should be standing up like this. How it should be orientated, how it should be carried, how much it weighs. Moving further down, we see the ports. HDMI in, digital audio out, optical. We see a LAN port, which means we can actually plug straight into here instead of just having Wi-Fi, although I'm sure Wi-Fi will suffice. See DC in, that's the power. We see component in, which actually includes video, which means you'll be able to plug in older things like an older console, so that's pretty cool. Cable antenna, because it is a TV. 2 USB ports by the looks of it. An HDMI in, that would be the second one. And the remote commander, remote control. Very important that we get one. I remember the Sony 3D display did not come with one, although the PlayStation 3 remote kind of is that, since it works so closely with it. And then dimensions of the unit right there. A quick look at the back, it is exactly the same as the front. The other side, other than some stickers, all the same information. Now to actually unbox it. I have not taken a look at this before. Everything here is as it should be. A startup guide, which I will actually have to look up later, but I do need that. And the TV itself, right there. And what looks to be the DC in power supply. See. The rest of it. So it uses a brick, which makes more sense being a smart TV. It's a larger one. See, that's the rest that's immediately in here, and I think the other side, we have the remote. I love how that's actually a thing now. The fact that there needs to be a Netflix button. That is amazing. Let's just open this. Go ahead and open this. Oh, even more. Looking at the remote, we see Sony TV RMT-TX102U. It is infrared. And we see your basics. Jump being a button I'm not too sure about. Home. Kind of a D-pad thing going on here. Get, I guess, open spaces for the future, if need be. Netflix button, which is really cool that it actually has a picture off button. Not too sure what that is. Sync menu. And the yellow, blue, red, and green buttons, which is really cool. It's your usual fare. It is quite rectangular. The PlayStation 3D, or the PlayStation remote, I forget what it's called, has a very more curved design than this, I must say. Moving the first piece is the stand, which is actually really important. As you can see, the TV is already out because I could not do that with one hand and I did not want to risk such a new unit on that. But otherwise, inside the box was a special offer for Sony customers, not available to the general public. Sony DirecTV, I have Bright House. That is fine. Limited warranty. Preventing TV tip-over accidents. That's important, I suppose. It's the other information. English notices and licenses for software used in this TV. What do we have here? Safety and regulatory booklets. The manual itself, which this looks pretty chunky. Few languages, that's good. And to not be outdone, we get batteries, which are both Sony branded and AAA. The TV itself, you can see along the edges just how thin this bezel is. Looking at the back, not too much going on. Child safety. Piece of paper, I suppose. Moving along. And we see more information, and then we see the main deal. HDMI, optical, LAN port. Moving along, we see DC in, goes in there. We see component, antenna, and on the side, we see USB, HDMI in, and audio. And of course, we have physical buttons on it, which is actually really cool that it has that in case remote goes missing or you don't have in our remote, which I actually have built into my phone, and I have this new spiffy remote as well. So it will be nice to just go up to it, press a button on the side. Pretty cool. Anyway, guys, that is the unboxing of the Sony Bravia R510C 40-inch smart TV. Manjoume out.